You're watching The Marketplace. Still with some energy matters, Ghana's peak demand for electricity has surged to 3,618 megawatts, significantly exceeding the available capacity of 3,251 megawatts. Now, with an installed capacity of 5,626 megawatts, the nation is only utilizing approximately 58% of its total capacity, leaving a considerable deficit of 2,375 megawatts. We face a significant 1,455 megawatt shortfall in electricity generation capability, with gas supply limitations exacerbating the challenge. ECG, in its latest response to the PRC, says it's issued over 100 power outage notifications within the first 2.5 months of this year, with a majority attributed to maintenance activities. But beyond the economic cost of the current power rationing, what is the political cost of not having the lights on as we approach election 2024? As always, on Thursdays, we make a bit of business and politics. Lead data and research analyst with joinees, Isaac Kofeji, joins me in studio for some analysis. Happy you could join me in the studio for this. So we're talking about power supply, which is a major topical issue ahead of the elections. Tell us why, with just 9 months with elections, we are facing power outages now.
Well, so the main issue, I think, was actually predicted by the Ghana Energy Commission, which they released what they call the 2024 Energy Outlook. And in that outlook, they pointed out two things that could cause power outages, or if you like, doomsday. First one is fuel supply challenges. The second is plant maintenance. And yesterday, when we actually, cited that document put out by the energy, the current, GRIDCo to the Energy Committee in Parliament, we saw the confirmation in there what the Energy Commission spoke about in December, that probably we did not do anything about it. According to them, as a country, 2024, we need close to $1.2 billion.
$1.2 billion
to buy fuel to actually generate power. That is the magnitude of the money that we need to use to buy fuel to generate power. This is simply because about 65% of the energy that we generate in this country comes from thermal, and you need power. And so if you mess around with that sector of the economy, you know that it will have both economic and political costs. So this is what you said, right? I mean, as a country currently, as early or as recent as 2nd April, our total installed capacity was around 5,626. This is the available capacity, and you spoke about how much we are consuming at peak hours. This is the deficit that we've not been able to produce.
2,375.
Absolutely. It's simply because of fuel supply issues and maintenance. These two, and 40, power plant. Now, let's look at the power that we've actually lost, or we've not been able to generate as a result of these three factors. First one is the maintenance cost. We are losing about 740 megawatts. We have the inadequate fuel supply. That's 595 megawatts. There's also faults, which are accounting for 120 megawatts. In total, we do not have available 1,455. That's like two regions. Let's say the Ashanti region, let's say even three, the Ashanti region, Western and even Central region combined. That's the kind of power that we do not have available.
And I find it
as a result
interesting that because of a lack of maintenance, we are losing like 740 megawatts.
So the maintenance going on at the moment, where we've had to suspend the operation of some transformers and some plant maintenance that we actually predicted in December that we're going to do. Now, because of the over 1,400 deficit that we have, at normal hours, GRIDCo and ECG will have to collaborate to shed a load of 380 megawatts. That's huge.
That's huge.
And when we have peak hours, just be sure that we will be shedding 505 megawatts of power. And that is the kind of economic cost that we actually have on our hands. Now, let's look at this, because in 2015, 2016, a similar thing happened. And an estimate was actually done by ESA and the World Bank. And they said we were losing annually close to $700 million as a result of doomsday. Now, this is not only affecting government, it's affecting businesses, individuals who are also voters. They will be voting in the December 7th election. And we all saw what happened in 2016. They say electorates, they can't forgive you for anything, but they can't forgive you for
We remember, don't we?
They will remember Dumso. Exactly. And just look at this. SMEs.
885.
SMEs will actually struggle during the Dumso period.
They lost 250
million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Yeah. And 55 SMEs closed down as a result. So just imagine you move from Dumso, there was COVID.
And this is just what we know.
This is what we know. This is what possibly has been reported.
Yeah.
This could be the minimum situation. So have you access of what could be the maximum situation and the total amount or the real amount that SMEs and businesses are losing? Now, beyond, the economic angle, there's also, the political angle, where we said that in 2016, when there was Dumso, we also, we are not saying that is the only, but holding on other factors constant, that was a key determinant. People were tired of it, and we saw the real impact, not just on businesses, but also individuals, yeah.
But right now, there's a blame game going on in the political circles. This party saying, well, you didn't do better when you were in power, so you can tell you how much this is a major topic for the elections. And so I'll leave that to you to tell us. I mean, if you look at, the NDC saying, well, we did much better, the MPP saying that you were no better. I mean, what's the debate in the political circle?
Well, for electorate, they don't care who is to be blamed. All they care is what they are feeling and how it will impact how they will vote. And so you can't play around with a crucial, sector like the energy, because, you remember that the central bank's governor said that the $600 million, the second tranche that we received from the IMF, we use more than $400 million to pay energy sector arrears.
Wow.
So if we've been able to do that, why do we still have problems getting fuel? Why do we still have problems maintaining the plant? And why do we still have faulty plants where in total we are losing more than 140,000 megawatts? Now, we also have another angle, which is the fuel supply. We know because of our debt situation with Nigeria, they are not willing to do business like the way they used to, and that is really affecting us. Yesterday, we saw some of the plants, and you'll be amazed how their stock in terms of gas. Some plants can last for only 13 days, some just 2 days, some no fuel, and they can't even produce at all. So that is where we are as a country, and electorates will possibly be looking at this and see how the government will solve this.
Top 5 issues if it comes to electorates. Where do you think power supply will fall?
Power supply, I think currently will be number 1. Number 2 will be the debt restructuring.
Okay.
That's to me anyway.
Isaac Ofeje, lead data and research analyst with Joy News. Thank you so much for coming through.